Hey guys, I got something special for you today just because it's kind of brought up, and it's kind of my whole thing is just bringing awareness. Today, kind of want to talk about what it's kind of like for women trying to get in the trade. I never really think about it because if you guys notice, I'm a man, not a woman. So I got a special guest for you guys today. It's my wife, and she's just going to be talking about how she could assume what women feel like trying to get into what's considered a man's trade, and just for everyone to kind of be aware of what's going on inside their mind and how they're trying to overcome that. So, everybody, this is my wife, Diana. All right, so what's kind of some thoughts that you have on if you're trying to get into a man's trade, what would be your concerns every single day? And if you did get a position that you felt like you earned, would you always still kind of feel like it was handed to you just because you were a woman?
Most definitely. Well, if I was to get in a man's trade, the trade, and I feel like I would have to constantly be competing and trying to prove myself as a woman to these men who it is the majority of them are men. And I think that it would be constant just trying to prove myself not only to my coworkers but also to the people who are around me and my bosses, because you want to prove yourself because this is something you're wanting to get into, and women are very passionate about things that they get into, as are men. But we also have emotions and the fact that we just want to prove that we belong. And so I am not personally in the trade, but I can just imagine that it would just be a lot of pressure. And if you did get a position, I would say that you would be constantly even more trying to prove yourself. And so I would just say to you women welder beasts, just be confident in who you are, and just know that some people might be judging you for what you're doing, whether it's family, friends, or coworkers. But at the same time, I know that you're judging yourselves the most. And it's hard because you want to prove who you are, but you also want to do something you love. So if you love being welders, if you love being any type of tradesman or anything like that, just try to be confident as well as you can, and just know that it's hard, but life's hard. And so just really try to prove yourself in the best way, but not in a way where you're bitter about your work. You have to love what you do. So just love what you do. And for the men out there, I know it's a different thing when we're working with women who it's harder because we don't have the same body muscle or anything like that. But
Do you think that it's a good thing, though? Is it a good challenge if you let it be a challenge? Or do you think it's always going to lead to bitterness if you always think you're having to prove yourself all the time?
Well, I feel like if you're always feeling like you have to prove yourself all the time, it could get to bitterness, and you could resent your work and your coworkers. But if you do it as more of a challenge for yourself to prove something to yourself instead of to others, I feel like that can be more of a positive spin on it. And that's hard.
Well, there it goes to show you then. Women out there, if you accept it as a challenge and try to get better for yourself, you could very well be better than men. All right, you guys have a good one. See you next time.